This episode of the Mono Rogue brought to you by Upside. Download the app to your phone, use promo code MONOROGUE, and the first time you spend $10, you'll get $5 of cash back. It's like payback without ever having been wronged. I guess just, it's like getting paid.
All right, we're back to torture our friend Anthony from the Austin Historical Weapons Guild.
I didn't actually think this is actually torture for Anthony. I thought you were going to say like torture the dummy or torture something else, and then I was like, no wait, this is actually probably torture for Anthony.
It's like we've got a professional NASCAR racer and says, here's one of those pedal yourself Hot Wheels thing. We want you to put it through its paces.
I mean, that sounds amazing for me even. Can we do that? Is that an option?
Yes, but with swords.
Yeah, we're going to joust on them.
Okay, new episode. Yes. So Cory, you have picked an assortment of what I like to call mall ninja weapons.
Yes.
Once again, we want to get your expertise on if it's even reasonable to use these in a fight.
Okay.
If you'll look to your right, we're going to start with, what is this one, Cory?
A Reaver claw.
A Reaver claw?
Reaver claw.
This looks like something the Witch King from Lord of the Rings would wear if he shopped at Spencer's.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, this hurts.
It does actively hurt.
It hurts me to put it on.
Like mentally or physically?
Yes.
First impressions. First of all, from styling, let's go with style.
I mean,
What would you give this on style?
am I me now or am I me like when I was 16 and everyone going through that dark
Both.
emo phase that everyone did?
When you were 16, what would you think about that?
Honestly, when I was 16, I was fat, so it probably wouldn't have fit me very nicely.
So what about functionality? How are you feeling from a practical weapon?
Practical weapon, roughly zero.
Okay.
Roughly zero.
Okay.
There's not a lot of actual reach or extension or utility to it. And I kind of vaguely worry about just jabbing myself in the palm.
Yeah.
When I go to engage the blade.
Is it sharp up here? No.
No. I mean, it's not sharp at all, but we're gonna pretend this part's sharp.
I think my favorite part about this, it looks like they just took a regular pocket knife blade and just like stuck it inside of the claw.
Yeah, none of this is actually sharpened, right, for use. But if it were, it would be the underside and the point, right? That's where the blade is, but that doesn't make any sense.
So it's better than, this would be worse.
Oh,
the
would it?
backside would be like, I'm not gonna like flick. Like, come here, let me.
Oh no.
Like, so this is your shaving. That's all.
It's just a razor. Okay, so has there been any historical precedent for anything like this in any of your vast and wide research in historical weapons?
I can confidently say no.
Okay. You ready to test it?
Yeah.
Okay. We have Eli 2.0. Yeah, he's good. He's good, he's ready.
Solid. Gut reaction, something tiny like this, it's not, like we talked about, I can't really strike punch.
Right.
Yeah.
This is definitely like an extra eye gouge. You can almost Three Stooges, two at one, kind of.
Both.
Right, so like any kind of actual, like, here, right, I can get some depth into it, right, you can kind of see there, but it's not doing anything, and then my hand is stuck and not coming back out. But if you're gonna go up here,
Oh,
you can easily get,
that's still a problem.
yeah.
I mean, that felt satisfying.
Yeah, but anything else, you're not gonna get any kind of real contact from. There's no pull, there's no, like, you can see as I pull, my wrist just kind of forces to open because it's not.
Even if it was super sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hand's not meant to work that way.
Okay, so out of 10 Sam Goodies, how many Sam Goodies is that one worth?
This is like an old discounted 8-track you somehow found in the back corner.
Okay, so 0.
Zero Sam Goodies.
All right, let's see what Batman has to say about it.
Oh yeah. I thought of you when I got this one, Jason. Just so you know, this one, when I saw this one, I was like, that's something Jason needs to be involved in.
I mean,
It looks amazing.
this is stupid. I love Batman, but come on. There you go. What do you think, professional? This looks like some sort of like, at first I thought it was a batarang.
Yeah. Is it not?
I don't know.
It looks like it wants to be a batarang.
But that doesn't look, is it a thrown thing?
I don't think this would last being thrown.
No. Do the blades lock?
Yeah, they're locked.
I'm
They're
very
solid
nervous. I'm very nervous for you right now.
So it's
Why?
like
I have the knife thing.
That's right. If I had the knife, you would be nervous for me.
Thing.
so it's like a dual pocket knife.
Yeah, I mean, so if we're gonna pretend this is like a utility thing, like you've got you know, I've got a pocket knife, and it works great.
So how excited are you on styling?
I mean, styling is great. Like, it even looks good open. Like, realistically, like, that's even just more Batman bat style to it. Like, bonus points for that.
Yeah, it is thematically consistent.
8-year-old me would be very excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about, what's your first impressions on functionality? Do you think this thing has any practical use?
Saving grace, like, I've just got a knife. Right? And if this breaks, right, you just switch it out gracefully like I just
knives.
did. And now I've got a backup.
Broke one of them.
that.
Yeah. Can you imagine mugging someone? Here, may I? And or you're in a fight or something like that, and this person pulls out a knife, you think, oh, they have a knife. Okay, I'm worried.
Right.
And then they do this, and you're like, all right, nerd.
What are we doing here?
Like, suddenly I'm less bothered.
Yeah.
There are 2 blades, and I just think, oh, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing at all now, because you decided this was a better choice than just this.
So the effectiveness of a single-bladed knife in combat versus 2-bladed, like that, what do you think?
So, with proper work and training, there is something to be gained by having the second. Like, as much as I hate to even publicly admit that, right? Because we'll often see, like, cool, how do you hold your knife when we're fighting? Do I do it thumb up, or do I do this thumb down?
Right.
Right? So you kind of pretend you get the best of both worlds.
Nice.
Right? So you can still, like, make those
I got a winner.
slashing.
I think I got a winner.
So you can go your attacks here, you can do those underhand, like, hooking actions, and it doesn't, like, it's short enough, it doesn't get in its own way.
Okay.
Is any historical precedent for something like this?
I mean, I've never seen something like this.
Okay.
I feel like it's just excessive and needless.
Yeah.
Like,
There's probably a reason why you haven't seen it.
yeah, you pick a side and you go with it. And if you, some reason, need to, it's
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole idea of the guy that invented daggers, John Dagger, actually.
Yeah.
John Dagger, 600 BCE, said, no, there's a stabby end and a not stabby end. That's how
Right.
daggers work. You don't have 2 stabby ends. Okay, so you want to try it out against Eli 2.0?
Sure.
Remember the game Bad Dudes?
Yeah.
You're in the mall, and suddenly the game Bad Dude starts to shake. It cracks open. The bad dudes come out. They've taken the president. So you have to fight one of the enemies from Bad Dudes that is now in the mall. Batman says,
All right.
Anthony, here, take this, because he's there apparently.
Yeah, and he can't do it himself because he's busy.
No, because he's like, I don't murder people, but here, you can.
Right. Thanks, Batman. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So obviously, like we talked about, I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna strike a threatening pose, and be like, hold on.
There you
Wait,
go.
there's more. And now, look how intimidated he is.
He's scared.
He does look scared.
You can
He
tell.
needs to be held up.
He looks frightened.
So, all right, half nervous about. So, right, it's knife-like. So, one downside is you really can't make this because it's got
Yeah,
that
the
Batman curve to it. Unless,
Oh, yeah.
Unless you go this way, which obviously makes this other end far less useful.
All right.
And then you can make that come out. But like, all things said, not terrible, right?
Yeah.
You can definitely get away with making your things work out. Obviously, with a short weapon, you're not going to get the depth and penetration to make something
Yeah.
terribly grievous happen unless
Yeah.
you're going for, again, exciting targets.
Ooh,
You can just stab him in the eye every
that looks
time.
awful every time.
Every time. Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
unpleasant.
Oh, okay. So compared to the Reaver Claw, how many Claire's boutiques would you give the?
Layers.
Claire's Boutiques.
Yeah.
I'd say 8 Claire's Boutiques.
8 Claire's boutiques
Yeah.
out of 10?
Yeah, I mean, it's
We have a new winner.
Winner for sure.
To be fair, Claire's Boutique is a pretty low threshold.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, so 8 Claires may be actually less than like 5 Sabaros.
Oh, our scale is all off. We got it. What's the exchange rate on Spencer's to JCPenney?
Pretty high in my book.
Okay, so 8 Claire's boutiques. All right, what do we?
Yeah.
Oh, we just talked about the
We
X-Men.
gotta
have
do.
to.
We gotta do the claws.
Yeah. So sorry, Batman. Logan is in town apparently.
Logan with skulls.
Yeah, that looks safe.
Yeah.
That looks safe and real. Okay. There are X-Men comics where people have had in some dystopian future, they have Wolverine's adamantium bones with the claws coming out, and they're like wearing it like is that what this is? That this was harvested from Weapon X's actual carcass.
Yep.
But you've got like a strap here. We had one kind of like this last time, but this looks a little, I mean, this one's for real though, right?
Yeah,
Very real.
that one's
This
totally
one's for-
legitimate.
Like, there is no historical precedent for this one, right?
Well, I mean, we're still back to punching daggers, but nothing three-clawed skull accessories.
Well, the skull accessories make it for me, though.
How else do you know it was intimidating?
Like,
Yeah, right?
You don't think like some sort of crazy Viking would have said, you know what? I'm gonna get like the skeleton hand and I'm gonna put some blades on it. I don't know how you say Wolverine in Viking.
If you could, though.
If you could.
Yeah.
How do you think it would sound?
Bear shirt.
Bear shirt.
Bear shirt.
Okay.
It's bear shirt.
Okay.
I gotta admit, I feel kind of badass right now.
Do you
and I want
wanna-
to stab Cory in the stomach. No. Ryan has said, let's let the, and I think he's right, let's let the professional.
Absolutely.
What's your assessment? I've been talking.
I mean, we're back to the Batman knife arraying, where we just have multiple blades that aren't really doing anything useful or valuable for this thing, right?
They're stabbing.
I mean, yeah, I guess stabbing someone 3 times is better than stabbing them once, but like you started doing, like you start getting this twisted locked and you start knocking into itself. And there's definitely issues with that, as you've already bent it.
Would that be useful in combat?
Ignoring the low quality of it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, but again, like having 1 versus 3, there's no real net
advantage.
gain or advantage of it. You're not gonna, catch between the tong and like twist and lock it. Like the odds of that happening are super low unless you're dealing with like someone really bad with a rapier.
Okay.
Right. I know last time we talked about the pairing daggers. It's short breaks like this, so you can catch along multiple instances and trap that way. This is just too big and long to do anything useful with, as far as trapping.
Do you think you would take that over just your fists? The bad guy's coming for you, you look down on the table, you see that, or you just see your fists? Which one do you think you're
What does
going
the
with?
bad guy have?
The Juggernaut.
Oh, God. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the Juggernaut.
You remember the Juggernaut? So would you prefer to go barehanded, or would you prefer to have something like that?
I mean, realistically, something like this. It's
Pretty
always
intimidating.
better to have
Something.
a weapon.
Okay.
Yeah, like, again, I'd favor just one blade. We don't need the multiple. Something a little bit sturdier. And again, same complaint I had on the last one. When I actually line this up with my fist, it's off angle. Right?
it's-
This whole thing is like torquing this way when I grip it properly. So this whole thing needs to not break. Needs to
So are you saying that's poorly designed?
yes.
Are we ready to put it through its paces?
Yeah, I think so.
Eli 2.0, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here's what's happened. You're in Spencer's,
Checking out the blacklight posters.
checking out the blacklight posters of Kathy Ireland. Some punk ass who had just eaten at Sbarro's with his greasy fingers. He touches your blacklight poster and screws it all up. So now,
foam fuzzy stuff is never gonna get clean.
yeah, no, he's got Sbarro's pizza oil all over it. How are you gonna deal with this infidel?
I'm gonna grab this, hide behind the plasma ball till he's not looking, and come up and just done.
All right,
I'm a little concerned about this one, Jason.
give me your attack roll.
All right.
This one's gonna go flying.
Oh!
Wow.
Yikes.
That was.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be hit by that.
So like, that does not work at all. Right? Again, because it's just pulling away. That's why it's a punch dagger, not
Not a slash.
slashing.
Okay.
Right? So it's just driving this in. And the problem here that I'm finding is because this is curved, you need to kind of anticipate this. So this rising trajectory is good because I get to drive along the curve of the blade. But if I'm just throwing straight, you can see it just starts driving out and, right, exaggerating there.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you need to kind of know the curve. And now those extra times when they start getting locked and twisted and stuck are gonna make it even harder to make those real driving pressures. But much better than the last one we had though,
Huh.
right? And then for Cory,
Oh, no. Ah, God.
There you go.
Every-
Ooh. Oh, yeah, you got an eye thing.
Yeah, I have 2 of them, as a matter of fact.
How many piercing pagodas? That's where I got my
Ooh.
ear pierced when I was
Dangerous,
15.
dangerous.
Yeah. How many piercing pagodas is this one worth?
I'll be generous and say 7. It was a 6 or 7, but I'm gonna push up
Yeah.
to a 7.
Wow.
Okay.
It's far more durable than I expected. as it's made right now. I'm sure we can disprove that shortly. But overall, pretty useful, pretty effective. I wouldn't, like, if someone's attacking me with a Juggernaut, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing to have.
Okay, right on. I don't know what this is. It looks almost like a khopesh. Khopesh. But then there's, like, you know, it's got a bottle opener or something down
that'd
here.
be great.
A bottle
If we're at the
opener.
mall, you need that.
Oh my God.
There's some paracord. This looks like you could find it at Sears, maybe.
In the lawn and garden, right?
In the lawn and garden,
right.
Exactly. What the hell?
I don't even,
What is that?
What is it?
like, is this the bottle opener? Like, this point right here is the one that makes you want to hold it like this.
I know,
so
there's
dangerous.
lots of...
So you can drag that into something, but then you have the sharp towards your face, which makes no sense.
And the
but
hook at your wrist?
maybe if I, like, thumb grip it.
That seems...
Thumb grip it.
That's a longsword thing, it's fine.
All right, aesthetics.
And
How you
this
feeling?
is so forward heavy.
How do you feel about the aesthetics?
I'm not feeling it. I'm not
Okay.
vibing it the same way. I'm gonna rank it like aesthetics. It's probably near the bottom.
Okay.
Everything else so
Okay.
far, plastic skulls aside, has been better aesthetics and fit to it. This thing is just
It seems cumbersome as far as the balance goes. Like, there's no good way to hold it, which...
which is not
It's not
helped at
ideal.
all by the just paracord single layer wrap over the.
What are your thoughts on how effective this would be in combat?
So again, ignoring. I mean, this is probably the most safe, least sharp thing we've had today. So ignoring that, pretending this is actually as sharp as they've painted it to look, like effectiveness is fairly low. Like, it's just too heavy. The swing makes it kind of want to break out, so you're hitting with this part of it, not here where you kind of want to. And that may be just because of the khopesh stylings, and I'm not familiar comfortable with that kind of weapon. This thing is useless. I mean, it looks like it's just a boron stock for it. It's like, all right, like, I'm ready for this now.
That's great.
Because it's not even painted to look sharp.
Yeah.
But this thing is the intimidating part, scary part. But again, you've got to switch the whole thing around to start digging that in. And even then, like, you can see this arc, like, I'm not gonna make contact with it. I'm gonna here.
Yeah. Well, I'm very
Right.
excited to see you poke somebody in the eye with it.
Yeah.
A lot of pointless pokey places. It seems like something an orc would carry in Lord of the Rings. And the other orcs would go, just get a sword, dude.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it out against Eli?
Yeah. So this is gonna bounce off just because it's
It's just so dull.
blunt. But just for the sake of, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it does,
if that were sharp, it would be
if it was sharp,
pretty effective in
guess-
that case.
it's a big mass weapon. It's doing a lot of impact hit, but trying to
Like a
drive anything else. If I flip, like, I have to really, like, to get that point in, I'm
gonna-
like punching the person to make that come through.
You're going to be too close to get that point in.
Yeah, and I'm pulling straight down, and I'm already hitting them with my hand as that point
Yeah.
comes in. So that's clearly not a usefully designed action.
Ooh,
Right.
that's not still painful looking every time.
Sorry, I missed. I'll try again. There. Is that better?
So it seems like you've only got, like, really one fully functional
Club.
attacking area.
And I said it's way up here.
Yeah.
So which is, again, kind of in line with your hand. So it's like, as far as actual, where that does make contact, right, I'm catching right about there. So it's a little bit farther forward. So it's not terrible as far as that utility goes, but the weight, the balance, like, ignoring that balance is way up there.
So-
Right?
How many hot topics would you give this one?
I mean, Hot Topic is a good home for it.
It is
Like,
very good home.
I want to say that this is a little more hot topic, but we'll go with this one.
yeah. Overall utility, just because it's a big metal club, I'll still give it 3 Hot Topics, but nothing exciting.
Okay,
That's
3
for
hot
sure.
topics. All right, that's a failure.
That is
I
a
would say
failure.
that is a failure. I actually expected that this would be the most highly rated weapon of our menagerie here. Yeah, of our
Yeah,
arsenal.
like at a glance, it definitely looks like it has the most potential, but general utility and general being able to use the features of it, you know, if we just chopped off this point, I'd feel less bad about it, right?
Yeah.
If we got rid of this thing where it's getting in your way, I'd feel less bad about it. But
I'm shocked.
I have a
almost
question.
like they just made it look cool versus
Yeah.
making it useful.
Okay, so you're walking up to the Dippin' Dots.
Oh,
Remember Dippin' Dots?
yeah.
But Kyle is there. He got a spear from Things Remembered. It's engraved with this greatest stepdad ever on this spear. And all you have on you is this bad boy.
I think he's just intimidated and leaves. Like, how can you stand against someone with that?
Well, Things Remembered has some pretty good spears, by the way. In the engraving work, chef's kiss. But you've got this, and you really want some Dippin' Dots. I mean, you even got this little chain. You could put like a pocket watch there or something, maybe. Check it out, check it out. Oh, get ready, Kyle. It says fantasy on the blade. You know it's serious. Look at that. Oh, it's making a satisfying sound. Ding! Look at that point. And an edge that is not sharp. So that's pointy. It's pointy.
Wow.
What do you think about that one? You gonna get your Dippin' Dots?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah. See, now this is the one that is closest to your wheelhouse, right? This
Yeah.
is an actual sword.
Absolutely.
Actual sword.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
quotey fingers.
Ignoring the stainless, it's fine.
Right.
Sure, it won't break at all. Definitely won't shatter dangerously.
No, of course not. So, okay, well, to that end, what is this made out of?
I mean, it says 440 stainless.
Okay. What should it be made out of?
A 5,000 series of steel.
Okay. I don't know what that
And
means.
then, so I don't know what makes stainless, but the short version is you need to have iron mixed into it because that's what makes everything strong, but that's what makes it rust. So stainless is this very low iron content, which makes it more prone to bending and shattering, I believe.
That was the riddle of steel that Conan and his father were talking about in Conan the Barbarian. Don't buy your swords at the mall.
Yeah.
That's what the
look
riddle
how
is.
floppy that is.
I mean, your swords are supposed to have a little bit of bend, right?
Yeah.
But
a
not
little.
like that.
A little bit, not if you...
Not full on
and,
floppy.
and not from the handle.
Oh, yeah.
I might have seen Nerf swords that have more rigidity than that.
I would not be surprised.
How effective do you think that would be if somebody's coming at you with an actual sword?
Not at all.
Not at all?
So biggest red warning is, so with the sword, you're supposed to have the tang drop through to the handle. There's a hole here.
Yeah.
So I feel like the sword stops here and it's like epoxied in place.
Yeah.
And epoxy might be a generous guess of what they used. Maybe hot glue.
But that's where the chi is stored for the dragon and you.
Where they keep the chi.
You know?
That's where it's gonna glow.
Yeah. it
That's
is.
where the
You know
glowing
it
is gonna come from.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna find out.
If you're fighting for
You just
honor.
line up, you look through it like, all right, there's my target. You line up, and then it just like drives in.
What it is.
Kung Fu style. So the other thing of note with this is like it's got all this hilarious like stuff around the handle.
Dragon bits.
Yeah, we'll call it dragon bits. I even hate to say this. This is the most comfortable grip I've had all day.
Yes.
Like you can see like it's got an actually reasonable flair to it. You almost have some like finger indentations here implied. So like it sits amazingly comfortably in the hand.
That's amazing to hear.
Yeah. And you've got like implied cross guards that even flare up and catch, which again, it wouldn't be this short, but yeah, like swooping up cross guards, totally a real thing, totally a valuable thing to have. You even got a little hint of a knuckle bow with this tail curving over it. So like ignoring the fact that it's cheap plastic that I think will break if I poke at it too hard, the handle's actually really comfortable and really solid in its movement and its utility with it.
Okay, so Kyle coming at you with a spear.
I thought you were gonna be Kyle for a second with this.
Kyle's coming at you with a spear. You really want those Dippin' Dots,
Yeah,
but then you realize, oh, Kyle, you have to die.
so it goes. All right, so,
Yikes.
yep, that's that. Oh, and it's bouncing, it's like, it's,
Oh, look how
I
floppy it
wish
is.
I'd explained, like, I can feel this whole thing shifting in my hand
Please be very careful.
as it moves. It's already gotten much looser from
Maybe we
those
should be careful.
from those couple hits.
Maybe more stabby now, unless.
More stabby?
Uh-huh.
Like, stabby's good,
Okay.
right?
Oh,
I
yep.
missed.
No, every time, Jason.
Like, thrusting, solid. Oh,
Yeah. As long as you don't hit any bones whatsoever.
yeah, won't shatter at all. Yeah, I definitely don't want to put a lot more thrust in that. You can see how much flex it's getting and just like,
You're gonna snap that.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. So
Like,
you're
I'm
saying this
putting-
is more for decoration than actually swordplay?
yeah.
I don't know that you're getting those Dippin' Dots, man.
Yeah, you may have just lost those dots.
Can throw it.
Yeah. All right. How many Abercrombie and Fitch's.
Ooh, we're going high end on this one.
Yeah, it's nice.
I have to say 2.
2.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's not, if it was any more stability and durability and I felt safe using it for any length of time, it'd be much higher.
Okay.
But just like we see it, like when I just, a little poke, like there's so much curve to that.
Oh,
like,
it's so terrifying.
yeah.
So rating them in order. Least effective,
Yeah.
right?
Great show, great like sneaky weapon, great like, sideshow, but yeah,
And
not
then
effective.
this one,
Right?
next best, right? If
Yep.
it's at a 2, okay.
And 3 we had,
3 was whatever the hell this is.
yeah.
And then what was the next one up? Oh, it was the
yeah.
Wolverine blades.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which still surprises me.
Yeah. Ow.
Oh.
No. No, I didn't. I did not. It's one of the little non-weapon
Pokey bits.
pokey bit got me. But the winner,
Yeah, it's Batman.
Batman always wins.
As it should
And
be.
he does.
Batman
He
always wins.
Like he planned it.
something goes down at the mall. Boom. You got 2 blades.
Oh, and Cory was also saying that in the advertising,
Yeah.
it wasn't shown just like this.
Nope. They
It
actually
was
showed it
shown-
with somebody holding it with the blades folded in towards your hands.
Right.
Which just
No!
seems awful.
No.
Like, how does that not crush your knuckles and also fold in and chop your fingers off? I mean, maybe it won't, but like,
I mean,
Like, if you keep your normal grip here, this is terrible.
it looks
You're-
kind of cool
But
in a
if you-
Moon Knight way.
Yeah, and now we're back to having another punch dagger. Because as soon as you make any kind of cut, it's just gonna flop open.
it does look cool. I guess that's why it's the winner.
Batman wins.
Yeah, Batman always wins.
All right, so next time we're going to find out what weapons you would defend the Cinnabon with. But in the meantime, Anthony, you teach actual swordplay skills. Where can we find more of your amazing
We
work?
are Austin Historical Weapons Guild. We are historicalweaponsguild.com. We have Instagram, we have Discord, we have Facebook. We're still doing, if people want to do virtual dagger dates with us or virtual lessons.
The dagger dates, is that where if your date's going poorly, they come by you and you
Yeah.
just finish off the date
Yeah,
for them?
actually, we're up in the trees the entire time, watching just in case.
Just in case if you fall out of the tree
Yeah.
and dagger them.
So if there's something bad's going down, you send us a secret code word or like page or whatever. Right, we're doing 90, so we're still paging.
We should do dagger dates at the mall. And it's like, okay, you got 5 minutes to find a weapon.
I think as soon as date winds up at the mall, the pager goes off.
The pager. Brilliant.
All right, gang, it's no secret that I love gaming the system. I love using somebody's own program to maximize my benefits. Every time we have a guest that flies in, guess what? I'm using it on points on one credit card. Half the equipment we're using to shoot all of this, paid for on points on another card. Guess what? You could stack even more benefits and cash back thanks to our friends over at Upside. Upside is super simple. You ever hear of a coupon? It's like that. Only instead of a discount, you just straight up get paid money. It's an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out, or as I like to call them, humans. You press a button and it finds the biggest cashback rewards program in your area. Let's say you like bread, both actual bread and money bread. The other day, La Madeleine was giving 25% cash back for everything you bought. The more bread you ate, the more bread you got. That's a tagline. All right, so you missed that one. You don't want to miss the next one. So download the app right now. Get Upside on your phone, use promo code Modern Rogue, and the first time you spend $10, you'll get $5 of real money back. You head on over, check in once you're there, and the more regular stuff you buy, the bigger your account grows, till eventually they're like, who wants money? You. Congratulations. Now I know what you're thinking. What's the catch? The catch is businesses get your business and you get money back. Pretty sure that's it. And once you build up a balance, they make it easy to get paid. Have it go directly to your PayPal, to your bank account, even get gift cards. And before you ask, yes, you can stack these benefits on top of your credit card or debit card benefits. It almost feels like you're cheating, but you're not. I mean, obviously they're in business somehow. The app's called Upside. Make sure to use promo code Modern Rogue. The first $10 you spend, you get $5 back. It's a good deal.
Offer and link in the description below.
That's how daggers work. You don't have 2 stabby ends.
Or you just make it one longer stabby, and that's already better than 2 short stabby ends.
Yeah, that should be a poster, an inspirational poster at the Austin Historical Weapons Guild. You don't have 2 stabby ends. John Dagger.
Yeah.
In mountains in the
Well
background
known.
or something.
Well known.